Good afternoon, Dad and Clara. This is Sunday, January the 15th. I'll give you a short rundown on what around here. And I got to go to the grocery store this afternoon, so I'll mail this. I'm feeling a little better now. This time of year, it's kind of rough to have an operation. You just don't respond quite as fast as you do in the summertime when it's warm and you can get outside, and it's been cold, and I've been trying to be very careful so I don't catch cold. But everything's coming along good now. He's got my nose cleaned out so I can breathe. I have to go back Wednesday and check in and see how it's getting along. I guess it's coming all right. It's a little better every day. But probably when I get straightened out, and I'll feel a lot better. Well, actually, I feel a lot better right now because at least I can breathe. I haven't got that stuffiness in my head that I had before. And there's not a lot of news around here. It's just plain winter, that's all. Mrs. Hill's still in the hospital. I visited her Thursday. I went up and visited Lee, and so I ran up to her room, and she looks real good. I don't know what the problem is, whether she's got trouble with her heart again and they're keeping her down there till she get rested up. I guess Reverend Hill, gets confused once in a while, I guess now, and I guess it's quite a strain on her. I don't seem to know what's wrong. Nobody says anything. And Lee, I told you about him when I called you, didn't I, that he passed out at home Tuesday afternoon. They took him right to the hospital, and they couldn't find nothing wrong down there. He's going to Madison next Friday for a brain scan. Maybe they'll find something wrong there. I don't know. But kind of takes the pins out from under a guy when something like that happens, and you don't know why. But luckily, he was at home in the house, I guess, and it happened that somebody was there while he was there when it happened. So I guess you never know in this whole world. But he said he was out for about 5 minutes, but if he'd been outside, it'd been just a little chilly for 5 minutes laying on the ground. Yeah, so... And I've had a lot of calls from people, so Mary Jo called me, and Bob stopped in a couple times, and Bobby Hanthorne called me. Of course, Lee, he couldn't call me because he was in the hospital. But I guess things will straighten out. It's just plain winter here. I wouldn't say it's below normal for this time of year. I don't know, it was 1 or 2 above last night, and it's up to about 20, 25 today. Nice clear day, but for the middle of January, I guess you can't expect to have 50-degree weather, although you'd like to have it. I guess the only way I'm going to get it is go to Florida. by the looks of the weather map, it hasn't been too good down there either. Well, it's June and Ole, they're still out in Hawaii, so they aren't back yet. They've been gone quite a while now. Yesterday, these pledge blanks, I think they are, from the church came here. Now, if you want me to mail them down there, I will. Otherwise, I'll leave them here till next spring. Just let me know what you want done with them. I see it costs 28 cents to mail it, and it's third-class mail, and I think they only will transfer first-class mail. I'm not sure. But anyways, let me know what you want done with them, and I'll either leave them here or mail them back to you. The parsonage still sits on its launch pad down there. They haven't moved that yet. That looks like it's going to be an annual project. I don't know. Anyways, they'll get it moved sometime, I guess. And the corn price still stays about the same, right around $1.95. There really isn't much to tell today. I found 2 or 3 weeks ago, I found a turkey leg in a grocery store, just packaged up by itself. So I roasted that today, and it turned out pretty good. It should have been in another 15 minutes, but it was real good. I put it in that shake and bake just like I do the chicken, and of course I cut the temperature out because I cut the temperature back and roasted it longer because it was thicker. Only it'd take longer to get to the inner meat. And I was quite surprised at how it turned out. It turned out real good. So if I can find another one, I'll buy it, and I'll know just what to do with it the next time. But I was surprised to see it there. It was 99 cents. It was a pretty good-sized turkey leg, too. It was all I wanted to eat. I didn't want any more. So I'll look for another one. Maybe I'll find it. I found it in Eagles. And freeze it. Some Sunday I'll roast that again. It takes about an hour and a half at 375, and it comes out real good. I baked it an hour and 20 minutes, and it should have been in 10, 15 minutes longer, but it wasn't rubbery or stringy or anything. It was just firm. And it was real good. So I'll look for another one when I'm in the grocery store. I don't know. I never noticed them before. Maybe they've had them before, but I just never noticed them. But getting so you can buy just about anything, I guess, if you want to buy it. I guess that's why the price of food is so high. It's all individually packed. By the time that you get this tape, probably Jack Arnold will probably have visited you. They left the first to last week, a week ago, for Florida. They said they were coming down and see Kenny, and they'd probably look you up. This Alan Nickwit, lives over here. He's got a mobile, one of these Winnebagos, I guess you call it. I don't think it's a Winnebago, but that type of camping vehicle anyways. And so the two couple were going to go to Florida. Jack had a knee operation, had something done to the kneecap. I don't know what it was, and of course he's still pretty much, well, he's off of the crutches now, but he's still pretty slow. He takes a little time on those, so he said he couldn't do nothing around home. He might as well go to Florida. So You probably run into him. Well, I can't think of anything more, so I'll cut this one off and get it in the mail and talk to you in a week or 10 days. If there's really, like I say, there's really nothing happening here. It's just a little slow right now. So when you get ready for your taxes and to be paid and your payment, just let me know and I'll straighten it out for you. So that won't be too far away. Or 28th of March, that's only 5 weeks away, 6 weeks away really. It'll get here pretty quick. So you'll have to get me those tax forms back here and I'll take care of them. My personal prop and real estate tax for $5,600 this year. Of course, there was more personal property, about $1,100 more than I paid last year, totally. Between the real estate and the personal property, that's quite a little more a year to pay, too. I don't know. Pretty soon you won't be able to own land, period. The taxes will be so damn high on it that you can't afford to have it. I don't know what their intentions are. Maybe the government wants to own the land after a while. It sure looks that way. Well, there's nothing I can do about it, but crab. I do plenty of that, I guess. Well, I'll sign off for now. Take care of yourself. Maybe I'll see you the first part of March. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Bill.
Sunday night, March the 19th. We've had quite a big day today. Of course, we went to Kissing Cousins for breakfast. Then we went to church. Then this afternoon we went down to the mall and looked at a London fog raincoat for Clara. It was $85, and oh, how she cried she wouldn't spend it, but I finally persuaded her. But she can't find one that fits and the color she wants, so they're going to telephone around among their stores and see if they can find one for her. So maybe by and by we'll get her to get the London fog. It's quite a coat, but then it's quite a price. Anyway, that's the way we've left that. Yesterday was Saturday, and in comes Ray Morse and Winnie. One of their daughters, who was married to one of the Baums that lives in Milwaukee, they call him Bud. Anyway, I don't suppose you know him, but you know Ray and Winnie, and they're down here with two of their daughters. One of them is a practical nurse, and she took care of Elmer Widener when he was in the hospital. And they're all staying up at Widener's and Elmer's place. But they have a big van, and they sleep in that, and they got another place. They don't stay there overnight. They've got a place for them to go in some trailer court. So they'll be down here for 3 or 4 days. They've never been down, Ray and Winnie, and they're going to look around. They're going to Disneyland and so forth and so on. So that was quite interesting, and Ray says, "Don't you go home." He said the snow is 2 foot deep yet. I think he's exaggerating a little. But according to the paper in Zanesville, there's still a lot of snow up there. So we plan on coming home. Oh, the 30th or 31st we'll start out here, depending on how things go here. So as to get around sometime, the first part of April. If we start the 31st, that'll bring us around the 1st, and maybe the 2nd, but I was kind of wanting to figure out some way to get started so that on Sundays we'd be going through the big cities like Nashville and Louisville. But we'll see how it works out. It'll be sometime during that time that we'll be coming home. That is, if and they get a fast thaw up there and the roads are flooded, we'll wait till after that is over. So you can figure us all the way from the 2nd of April to the 5th or somewhere around there. Depends on the weather bill. Anyway, we'll be there, I guess. So then the big news, of course, is that I got a check from the insurance company, and the car will be worked on this coming Thursday. This is the 19th Sunday, this next Thursday. And he'll have it back for me by Saturday afternoon or something like that. I want the car Wednesday because we're going to have a picnic out of Coquina Beach. So that is the park is going to have a picnic out there. So this takes the place of potluck. Anyway, that's the big story. And he won't wait for parts. There's only one part that he'll need, and that's the molding around the bottom of the fender. And if Buick don't have it, he says he'll pound it out a little. It'll be rough, but I can get a new one when I get home, so I don't have to wait for the part. That's the main thing. And he'll get the rest of it fixed up. But he says all there is, I think, is 6 screws, and if Buick up there don't have it, they can have it on order, and I can put it on when I get there. He said, you don't even need to go to Buick. He said, all you have to do is unscrew the thing, put it on. So he's quite reasonable, this kid, young fellow. And, of course, I'll get a reduction on the bumper. He's going to straighten it out a little. If I don't like it, he says, you can get a new bumper when you get home. So that's the way that story is. So I told you quite a few news. I suppose you're home now. You haven't had time to write back. But it was kind of funny. You left on Tuesday and Ray was here Saturday. But I suppose they'll have a good time while they're here, as long as they've never been down before. They expect to go to Disneyland, Busch Gardens and Cypress Gardens and so forth. But anyhow, that's the way it is. Car's just commencing to get over her cold. She was awfully sick here, Thursday night and Friday night. Couldn't sleep and cough. We had to go to the doctor again, and for $20 he straightened her out. He gave her some pills and some more cough medicine. And we're kind of waiting for that to clear up. But her runny nose has stopped today. Oh, wait a minute. And her cough is practically gone, but she's going to take some more medicine tonight to be sure she's got it in check. Then I guess Monday night we start all over again. Same story. Cards Monday night, cards Tuesday night, darts Tuesday night, etc. Elsie and Ken are coming over here next Saturday night. We didn't go over there last night on account of Clara's cold. So they'll be coming here, I guess. And I don't know how many more times, but it won't be too many now. It's getting down there where we'll be thinking of pulling out. We'll be writing to Douglas at the post office to stop our mail about the 28th, or before that, so that it'll all come home then. I think we'll ask him to stop it, sending it on Tuesday, the last Tuesday in the month. Don't send any more after that. Then it'll all come home, and the Social Security check will come the 3rd if we aren't there. But I think perhaps by that time we'll be there. I don't know. I suppose you'll be pretty busy. And I don't believe, according to the reports, we're going to see the field before the 15th or 20th. I don't know. Maybe we go to our way and maybe we won't. It's all uncertain. But as I say, if we have floodwaters, we just won't come until they recede so we can get through. We don't like to be stranded on the road and the car being fixed up. Maybe I'll have them check it. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I hope you are all right and feeling better. I don't know any more news right now. I've told you quite a lot. There's quite things happened here in a hurry. And Gordon seems to be okay. He's pretty stiff, but same as always. He don't move around enough. Any more news here, I guess you don't know. You know what goes on here. Tomorrow morning, of course, there's the men's shuffle. I always try at that, but don't get anywhere. Anyway, I've had 2 or 3 games in. We didn't play Saturday at the couples shuffle. Clara was miserable. But we went out and sat in the sun. It was 70 degrees, and the sunlight felt good. Didn't exert herself. And of course, today we didn't do any housework at all, so she could get a good rest. Oh, we had a letter from Doris and telling them how they're getting along. But of course, they aren't ready for the field yet either. Well, I can't think of anything more right now. I'll back this up and run it over again and see what I've said. If there's any more to add, I'll let you know. So kind of wait for me to sign off. Bill, if you have time, call up Beverly Pharmacy and get the price on the acidulin and let us know if you can, to see if we should buy some down here and stock up or whether we can get it cheaper up there. That's all for now. See you in a few days, Dad.
What she was talking about, Patty, that happened a year ago. I'd forgot about it, but I remember it now, and you probably did too, that she'd broke her toe. And I don't know if Laura got it all straight or not, but she just wanted something to talk about. Well, it was a nice day today. We're supposed to get snow tomorrow. I'll stick this in the mail. I don't know what the girls have said. I'm sure you'll enjoy it. So that's, there's nothing else new here. I talked to you Tuesday, and everybody's well up there, so I'll get this little chat in the mail, and you'll get it sometime the end of the week, I hope. They're talking a major snowstorm again for us, but so far it hasn't got here. Maybe it won't. Well, let's hope it don't. Spring will come soon. Maybe it's warmed up down there by now. I hope so. Well, you and Clara take care of yourself. Bill.
Right where that worst storm hit. And he's got 100 acres of corn out and can't get it. And he's got some milk cows and so forth. Not too many, but quite a few, 30 or 40, he said. But he works in town besides. He said you can't. He said he didn't work. He couldn't get to town. But it closed them right off. They couldn't get their milk out, and they had to dump it. But he said they took part of it and gave it to the near neighbors. That is, they must be near a town. They took part of it and got on a snowmobile and delivered it to some of the neighbors there where they didn't have any milk and where there were children. And I thought that was pretty nice of them. Of course, they'd had to dump it anyway. But he said it was really bad. And he said that it came out in the paper where one truck driver had got stuck in the snowbank and covered over, and he lived on the snow for a week when came out all right. And according to him, well, according to the paper, that was last Saturday. They hadn't got him dug out yet. They got him out, but they hadn't got the truck out. So I guess we can't say anything about our cold weather down here. It's been around, down to 35. It hasn't froze here yet, but other parts of the state it has. Been down to 35 and 40, and then up to 50 maybe for stay all day. And of course that's cold down here, you know. And the furnace keeps it going and so forth. But today, this is the 2nd of February. The temperature's up to 76, so we're quite happy. It's nice, very nice out. But I can't shuffle this afternoon. The women are shuffling. But that won't hurt me any. Well, I have to yawn. I'll get awake after a while. But that's about all there is. And if you get time and can come down the 1st of March, of course, we'd like to see you. But if you can't, why, we'll have to get along, that's all. I don't know just how long it's going to take you to deliver your corn. Hope it gets a better price. They're trying to do something. None of us here like the deal of selling the Panama Canal or giving the Panama Canal away. And they say there's a flood of letters coming into the senators to turn it down. I hope they can make it. Of course, they've got to have 2/3 majority before the treaty can be signed, and they seem to think maybe it may go over, but it's going to have quite a job. But I can't see why we should turn it after we built it and paid for the land it's on and so forth, why we should give it away. Sometimes there's some foolish things goes up. But it won't affect me too much, I suppose, but then there's others that it will. We haven't heard from the girls. I suppose they're busy and they're all right. And I hope they're all right. I guess they will be. It's been kind of cold in Madison once in a while. We get the temperatures around the country. But when we see those, maybe the papers play it up down here too a little bit, but being so terrible up there and so nice here. Well, anyway, the fair is going on now, the state fair, and they're having a big time. Nether's over here. Of course, he's quite a bit younger. He was over to take a look at it. He said it wasn't amount to much. He said there's no machinery. He said there's few livestock, mostly 4-H children with young stock, he said, and make a big hullabaloo about the carnival part of it. And he said it wasn't worth it, and I agreed with him. It's too cold to stay around there. Of course, if it was home and in the fall of the year, why, he'd be prepared for it. Well, now I'll stop now and run this back. I think I can put the tax sheet in with this without bothering it too much, and if I can't, I'll send it in a separate envelope. And I'll tell you so long for now, and I'll run this back, and if I think anything more, I'll tack it on the end.